Mykonos has two types of public transport, buses, of course, but also sea buses. Let's start with the buses. There are two terminals in Mykonos. Both are located in Mykonos town, one up here next to the old port and one down here called Fabrika. The old port terminal looks like this, and it has 4 lines. One going to Anomera, one for Kalafatis Beach and then Kalolivadi Beach, one for Elia Beach, and one going to Agios Stefanos Beach and then the new port, which, in case you didn't know, is both the ferry port and the cruise port. And all these bus lines go both ways, of course. Oh, and by the way, the buses always clearly indicate where they're going, so you don't have to try and guess like in Santorini. Now, there are intermediate stops on all these lines, but I'm not an expert, so if your hotel is not near one of these main bus stops, you're gonna have to ask your hotel directly which is the nearest bus stop to you. Alright, what about the Fabrika terminal now? Well, 5 lines start from there. One goes to Ornos Beach and then Agios Ioannis Beach. Then there are these 3 lines going to the beaches of Platitia Los, Paraga, and Paradise Beach. And the last bus line is going to the airport and then the new port. So if you need to go from Mykonos town to the new port, try avoiding this line because the detour through the airport takes forever. Instead, use the bus that starts from the old port. Or even better, take a sea bus. Those don't do any detours at all. I'll talk about the sea buses in a second. So yeah, this is the entire bus network of Mykonos. Note that it doesn't cover that much of the island. You won't be able to go to places like the Armenistis Lighthouse, Sostis Beach, which is really beautiful, or a couple of other beaches down south. And that's why so many of you told me that you wish you had rented a car in Mykonos. I will link a video on everything you need to know regarding driving and parking in Mykonos at the end of this one. Alright, how much do these buses cost? Well, prices vary a bit, but it's around €2 one way, and you can buy your tickets at these little ticket booths that are present at both terminals. If you hop on the bus anywhere else than the terminals, you will have to pay the driver directly as you climb on board. Regarding timetables, they keep changing throughout the summer, so I can't give you exact numbers, but let's say there's one every half hour or every hour. They all start around 9 or 10 in the morning, but for the evening, that can vary a lot. Some stop at 7 p.m. already, others go until 1 a.m. You can find all the printed timetables at the ticket booths or online, and I will leave the link down below. And as is the case for Santorini, we don't know what future timetables will look like, so don't ask me in the comments, hey, I'm arriving in 2 months, what will the tables be like? I don't know, no one knows. Just go and check the website a few days before arriving. That's the only way you can know for sure. And mind that there are no night buses going from and to the ferry port like you have in Santorini. So if you're arriving or departing by ferry in the middle of the night, don't count on buses, nor sea buses. Only taxis, hotel transfers, or car rentals can bring you there. Now, some of you seem not to know that I'm a tour guide in Athens, which is my main job. So if you want me to be your guide, you can hit me up on Instagram. All right, let's talk about those sea buses now. Here's their itinerary. They go from the new port to the old port, first at the bus station and then Mykonos town. Tickets are €2 one way, and you can get them at those ticket booths just next to the stop. Regarding timetables, it's one every half hour from early in the morning, depending on when the first cruise ship is docking, till midnight. There is a website with the timetables, which I'm going to leave down below, but take these with a grain of salt because they're not always respected. And mind that sea buses are not synchronized with neither ferries nor cruise ship timings. It's just one every half hour. And so it's perfectly possible that as you get off your ship, you go and get a sea bus and you have to wait for 25 minutes because the previous one just left, which is kind of silly, but that's how it works. All right, there's another type of water taxis, and that's the ones that go from beach to beach on the south coast of the island. A great way to see multiple beaches only in a few hours, but I won't be going into details on this because I'm explaining all of it in my video on the best beaches of Mykonos. And over here, as promised, all the reasons why I think you should rent a car in Mykonos. That's it for today. Hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Bye.